Hey everyone, I've got just a little bit of progress I wanted to share with you on the build of the new aquarium for the zoo. So I'm going to take you right into it and have a look down here. Maybe I've not lit it quite properly. Maybe it's a little bit too much light, but I think we'll survive. There we go. It helps a little bit, but no plans have changed since the last time you were here, and I don't think any major plans are going to change. I'm just executing to my plan. So got some small experiments that I've done and will continue to do, but the overall scheme remains in place. I did figure out exactly how to get the tunnel feature back. I had that in the original aquarium. It was a major feature that went right through the center of the thing, and in its original form and in its original position in the old city of mine, it came right up to the edge of the table, and I hated the fact that I was not going to be able to bring this right to the edge of the table anymore, but I wanted to preserve that feature. I was originally thinking about trying to do it in the center. I also considered having like a half tunnel come across here so that you would have glass up here, and then the little minifigures would be walking through just a tunnel the entire length. And that did not work out for me at all. But this is going to allow me to preserve not only the feature, but also the original pieces that were used for that original one. I'll need to get one more because I've decided to go symmetrical with it. So you've got one little tunnel feature there and one little tunnel feature over there. Just, again, making it symmetrical. I've added some more glass. I added more to the surround here, showing the cutaway. Of course, this is all going to get blocked off all the way up to the top. You're also seeing a little bit of the next layer in, which would be the rock. And then I'm assuming that there would be just a little bit of layer of, I guess, insulation on the other side of that, and then like paneling and paint, so there wouldn't be too much between this, the darker gray, and the interior of this. But we as human beings, as huge figs, are never going to be able to see the inside of this, so I'm just leaving it with that, the more important layer. I thought about putting a third layer in there that would be representing the colors of the interior walls, but that was just too much. I didn't want to waste too much space. I actually already brought all the windows, everything that you see back there, I actually brought it closer to us by 1 or 2 studs compared to when I first showed you this. And then I've been swapping out to black. I want this to be dark. I wanted to have a lot of contrast inside of there in both obvious ways and subtle ways, and some more subtle than others, such as, if you look up above, I have put in the filters for some of the lights. So I've got the little bit of cyan tinge to some of those, and then the rest are keeping with a very warm color. So I put the yellow transparent film over some of the ones that are just in this little indented area here. And then I've got the warmer colored light strip here. So those are all cool colored, and then they have the film over them. And then this is just its native color of a warmer form, warmer color temperature of LED to begin with, because that increases the contrast and makes it even more striking once this is all covered up, so you're not getting lights bleeding through and everything. It'll make it a lot more striking that the interior there is kind of glowing in a bluish or a cyanish sort of glow, which will be stronger towards the top as well. It'll make more sense and be more obvious once animals are actually in there, and also some of the terrain features. And I just threw in a few more things from the old aquarium that are going to be preserved, just to get a little more idea of the overall size and space of everything. And it's coming along. Oh yeah, of course, the little road train is here. I put this here just temporarily to show kind of what its space will be. This is what I came up with previously, settled upon for a wheel-based, no-track train that will be able to go around, and there will be a couple of them going around the entire zoo. And it was very important for me to be able to bring that in here, and it's actually working out much better than I expected, because it's nice to be able to have one train out in the zoo area, the exterior area, and then one in here. I wanted to have the two what do you call it? Multiple units. The two complete trains, yeah. And this basically allows me to hide one, but put it in a space that totally makes sense, So it kind of just helps to tell the story and leaves me with more space on the pathway in the main area. So this is working out. I've got a Bricklink order on the way. I needed to get a couple more of those bow or macaroni pieces in black. They're actually fairly uncommon in black. They've only come out in a handful of sets, including a couple of Ultimate Collector's style sets more recently, but they're relatively expensive, and I only had 2 in total, so I need 2 more, and I've got a few more than that coming, and I need more parts to do more windows. I need to figure out exactly what I'm going to do with these arches there, but this is what it's looking like right now. This is the general idea. It probably looks better and makes more sense when I come up here where it's a little bit more cut off on the top, and you're starting to see a little bit better what that light is going to look like and how the cutout and cut off is going to work. This is going to be built out all the way out to here because it's got to connect with this. This may be reshaped a bit, but yeah, this is going to work out. It's going to work out nicely. I need to figure out exactly what color I'm going to use for the C bed inside of there, what color I'm going to use for the floor and or pattern, and yeah, I'm just going to keep going at it. Oh yeah, I see a couple bricks. There's a row of bricks right in here. That's intended to be a little space for people to just relax, to just sit down and just watch for a while, get their weight off their feet. I've seen that at plenty of aquariums that have that in real life, and I like that feature. I like the idea of the calm of just sitting down and just taking it easy. Don't worry about the sound from the zoo train. It's electric and it's just going to glide by barely. You'll hear people way more than you hear the train itself. It's also on rubber wheels or rubber tires. And then the train out here on the main line, well, that's through all this concrete and some stone, and it's going to be insulated. Like, none of that needs to be worried about. This is going to be a very, very peaceful place for the visitors at the zoo and in the aquarium. That's all I've got to show you for now, so I'll get back to it and talk to you again soon. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following along.